Hey, look, get jiggy with it. Nah, 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 nah. Got you an achievement.
That almost sounded like Dora. You were doing the Dora song. Da-da-da-da-da-da Dora. But before we started recording this, we were preparing. I mean, we were trying to fix our Elgato situation.
Right.
But we were preparing for a series we're about to start. Look out for that. 2 decades of Game of the Year. We're going to talk about the best games of every year for the past 20 years. Starting with 1998, moving on up to 2018. I didn't realize until just then, though, that Spyro and Banjo came out the same year.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because I have a whole lot of love and affection for Spyro, but none for Banjo because I didn't really play it as a kid. And you're the opposite.
Yeah, it might be the opposite.
You're the opposite because you didn't have Spyro and you had Banjo.
So these are jiggies,
Okay.
jigsaw pieces, golden jigsaw pieces.
Will Smith.
This is your get jiggy with it. No. Yeah, this is your equivalent of a star in Mario 64.
Okay.
Or I guess in Spyro terms, maybe a dragon friend.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so whenever you get a jiggy, you hold on to it, and you have to complete these puzzle pieces. Now here we only need one. This is the first area. This is Mumbo's Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That's Bottles tells you we're gonna be putting the pieces in and unlocking the worlds. Yes, he tells you.
So, do you foresee any chance of, because we're in this like 3D platformer renaissance right now, do you see any chance of them doing a remake for Banjo 1?
I think
That got really loud.
a remake.
Yeah, in the way of Spyro Crash and
I'm not sure.
Medieval.
I wouldn't mind if they did like a Conker's Live and Reloaded type of version of remake. Now I think
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remake.
well, that's actually big.
Dude, I know. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Microsoft's gonna see how much people want Banjo after Smash.
Is there any world where the remake comes out for Switch and Xbox and that's it? Yeah.
Maybe just Xbox.
Maybe just Xbox?
Yeah. I mean, if I had to guess, nothing ever works out perfect.
Bowser and Phil Spencer are cutesy these days.
Well, maybe
though.
they would. I feel like they should.
Yeah, I would love to see it on both. I mean, I would.
See, this is Banjo swimming.
Excuse me.
This is Kazooie swimming.
Oh yeah, big
Much more
difference.
effective.
Yeah.
So,
I would probably get on Xbox because it would come to Game Pass, and I have Game Pass.
Well, hands down, I get on Switch for sure.
Yeah, but I feel like that would be the best case scenario. I mean, I can't ever seeing it come to a Sony platform, unless they're just really, really sweet to Sony and
I
tell them
don't see that at all.
they're sexy or something.
By the way, so we got our notes here. These are like your coins. If you die in this level, your notes reset to 0, and you gotta go collect them again. What you're trying to do is set a score. So whenever you leave here, your top score carries with you throughout the tower. So if there's a door that requires 120 notes, you need a combined total of 120 notes from the levels to get to the next door.
Okay.
Hey, look, get jiggy with it. Nah. Got you an achievement.
That almost sounded like Dora. You were doing the Dora song. Da-da-da-da-da Dora.
Alright, so these are eggs. These are your ammunition.
Okay.
We haven't unlocked the move to use those yet. I don't
Little
think.
chocolate eggs. Is it like a slingshot or something?
You'll see. So this is Bottles. Every time you see his molehill in a level, you need to talk to him because he's going to teach you a new move you need to get forward. So
one game that I really want to play for the channel at some point is maybe just like a one-off, but I want to do Snake Pass.
Sure.
Because I think
I'm extremely curious about that game.
yeah, Snake Pass was developed by Sumo Digital, which Sumo was started from former Rareware developers. They're both English developers, Rare and Sumo. Anyway, a lot of people. Actually, the composer, David Wise, he did the soundtrack. We talked about this on our very first episode of Gamepad Pass.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, because we were playing Donkey Kong, another Rareware game. But David Wise did the soundtrack for Snake Pass, and Snake Pass is as far as like game design and like thinking through design and thinking through like mechanics of traveling through an area and playing in a space. Snake Pass is almost it's my best comparison for you as a person who likes platformers wouldn't be another platformer. It would be something like Dishonored, where level design becomes the game itself.
That's cool.
Like the way they lay out the level is the game. That's true for a game like Dishonored, and it's also true for a game like Banjo. And it's true for Snake Pass in a really incredible way, because just the way you move through that environment is extremely unique. And when it came out, it kind of got critically panned. It didn't review super well.
It's on Switch, right?
Yeah, I think it's on all platforms now. And so I say that to say, when I saw the reviews, I was kind of like, oh, whatever, you know, I probably won't play it. And then I watched a Mark Brown video on it. Game Maker's Toolkit, shout out, one of the best channels out there. I saw his video on it, and he was like lauding it for having this brilliant design. And I was like, well, shit, now I gotta go play this thing.
Right.
And I did, and I remember coming to you the next day at work, or whenever it was, maybe it was Monday, and being like, dude, you've gotta play Snake Pass. That game is ridiculously good.
Yeah,
so anyway,
I'm all for that.
Dude, it's for someone who loves 3D platformers like yourself, and you love like the Rareware heritage. It is those two things throughout.
Yeah, Rareware is or used to be my favorite developers of all time. So we don't have the move we need here. We need to go learn how to shoot eggs.
Are you full on eggs?
No.
Okay, I just saw two that you...
So this move, the Kazooie run, I forget what that's really called, but you see how I'm on this steep hill and I'm not falling? You have much more traction in this run, so you got to use this whenever you're kind of going uphill.
Gotcha.
And also you move a lot faster. So we're going to collect all the notes we can. So we're going to need as many as we can to get to the next area. That's a Mumbo token down there. We collected one earlier.
Got to get my token.
You get enough Mumbo tokens and he will transform you into a new transformation. So in this level, you turn into a termite.
What if you, oh, weird. What if you turn into like a photorealistic bear, like from Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
You just start mauling these weird creatures.
Oh, did you say a jump? That was a good jump. Those are Jinjos, by the way, we're collecting. Jinjos. If you get enough Jinjos, you get a Jiggy piece.
So, do we have any sense as to what his final smash is going to be?
The Jinjonator. Which is, if you collect every Jinjo in the game, spoiler alert, they activate the Jinjonator, which is basically a giant robotic Jinjo that destroys Gruntilda.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
Is that how you have to win the game? Like, do you have to do that to beat the game?
I think.
Or is that like 100%?
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure you can beat this game without like getting the true ending.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to meet a certain level of completion, maybe even 100% to see that ending.
Gotcha.
100%ing some of these old Rare games is a little bit easier said than done.
For sure.
Because of all the collecting.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret how you feel about Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, I mean, I like Donkey Kong 64, but it has a collecting problem.
Yeah. You have to hit those buttons.
Yeah. See, there's an orange on that switch, and he's throwing oranges, so we want to get him to throw an orange on the switch here.
So speaking of 3D platformers and collectathons and stuff, you don't seem as enthused as many others as about Snake Pass. Not Snake Pass, about Ape Escape coming back.
Ape Escape's coming back?
Well, I mean, not we don't know, but there are plenty of rumors about it coming back.
I didn't know anything about that.
we talked about it.
Did we?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
I remember where I was at work when we talked about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I just totally forgot.
It's been talked about on Bombcast and Beastcast.
Oh, man. Well, I never really got big into Ape Escape. And the main reason I didn't get big into Ape Escape was...
You didn't have a dual shot?
Hold on, I gotta grab this. I gotta grab an orange. Gotta bring it to this monkey over here. Yeah, that was actually in a time where the analog stick first came out, and to me it looked alien.
Right.
And I remember playing a demo for it, and my tiny child brain couldn't understand how dual sticks work.
Right.
And I never played it again as an adult. So if I went back and played it, I probably would like it.
Yeah. So I had Ape Escape 1. I'd never had 2 though. I never got the sequel. I hear great things about the sequel. I just never had it, unfortunately. But what's interesting about my PS1 history is that I didn't get a PS1 until after the DualShock was already released. So when I got my PlayStation, it came with the DualShock.
Did you have a PS1 or a PlayStation?
I had a PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have an actual PS1, no. In fact, I've only seen those a few times in my life. They're always really weird when you see it.
A PS1?
A real PS1,
like
yeah.
a white one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always a weird, like, Inception experience. But no, I had a PlayStation. And anyway, I remember really liking that game a ton as a kid. It was more difficult than a lot of these 3D platformers though, because there was an element. It wasn't just a 3D platformer. There was a lot more combat in it than most of these 3D platformers. And for like a 7-year-old or however I was at the time, the 3D platforming combined with the combat was kind of difficult. So I don't think I ever beat it as a kid, but I really loved it and had fantastic music, as I'm sure you know. And I would be incredibly excited for it to come back in a big way.
Ow, no! So we got the egg shoot. Now you can shoot eggs in 2 directions. Oops. This is an interesting move in Smash.
That's up B.
That actually you'll see as up B in a little bit.
It's not that?
Nope.
I wonder if that's just a regular
You
jump.
can shoot eggs forward. You can shoot eggs backwards. It's pretty great.
He's wearing a brassiere. Take that off.
Whoa!
Nice.
Dodged him. Whoop. Just gotta hit him a couple times. So we're getting a lot of jiggy pieces here.
How do you feel about the way this looks on Xbox?
Man, this looks incredible.
You think so?
I'm glad we were playing it on this version. I mean, I do appreciate the 64 version for what it is. But man, just the camera control, firstly, that's a big one. Camera control looks great. Feels great.